Break it every day. Organize the domain. Set your assets free. The Web3 world be what you want to be. Ethereum's playground where we make a mark. 350 million DNS names from bundle top. It's the trade, no more days of delay. Namefi is here to innovate, leading the way. Now we're stepping into phase of Tuesday. Speed and efficiency, that's the aim. Gathering transactions, say no to the fee. Namefi is payment as for you and me. Join us where the digital needs to be. Building, creating a new world to view. Namefi's ecosystem worldwide and fast. On Namefi, I know the future's Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. This is Master.eth. I'm invited to be the first one to speak on this, I think 1 week postponed space, and invited by Namefi. I see right now we have an old friend, Victor, of course, the boss of Namefi. I also see Zim from Vision team. Wow, it's been a while, man. And also Vision's official account is here. Guys, if you know anything about ENS, you know this is some moment which is huge, right? Because more or less we are connected by domain. That's why I think Namefi uses or quotes this very nice saying: "A domainer prepares," because it was an actor prepares. It's a famous book written by Konstantin Stanislavski, and we are all domainer. We know hash association. We know what is the future of the crypto world, because human readable names are huge comparing to the 42 lengths of the digits of the hash address. We prefer to be like the old days monkey finally putting on some clothes, right? They all say that if we don't have a ENS name, or we don't have any domain names, and unfortunately you are still naked people, you are still like monkey. But having your name associated to some human readable names is a significant step from being monkey to be start walking or putting on some clothes. I think that's a very great comparison. And yeah, this is a huge moment I see right now. And Victor, you have anything special for all our guests today here from ENS, from domain areas?
Hey everyone, good to talk with you again, and then I'm very, very excited to talk with Zim, and hosted by our OG, our best and favorite master. Thank you very much. Look forward to the conversation with Zim and with everyone in the space.
Yeah, and then also a warm welcome, a super, super, exciting moment for us to have Zim in this space, because we know each other, and I don't think we had that much conversation on ENS, but I do use ENS Vision, for a long while. From the ENS.vision till now, there are something different because they have Vision.io. This is a great move, and yeah, welcome on board, Zim. You have anything to share with the folks here?
Yeah. Hello. First, can you hear me? Actually,
Yes,
I'm not
yes.
sure if I've. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you very much for inviting me to this space. Thank you, Master, for hosting this, and also thank you, Victor, for inviting me to talk about whatever, I guess, domain related, Vision.io, Namefi, whatever. Not a lot, actually. It's a hot day here in Austria. Sweating. That's what it is. And yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever we will discuss in the next, 30 minutes, or how long we wanted to have the space. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Glad to know that there's someone living in a very similar weather like very super warm. It's a summer day, and outside of my room it is something like 39 degrees centigrade. This is a yeah. I don't want to go anywhere, so I want to stay in the cool room with aircon and stay close with my laptop or my on my smartphone or my tablet. I don't want to just to get outside of it. But yeah, that's the spirit, right? A majority of the crypto guys are, I think, more or less, we are similar to this. So, guys, if you have any questions, if you have any, is there anything to share, if you have any, news to announce, yeah, feel free to raise your hand. And also, you guys can go ahead and ping anything to the top of this space so that we can start a conversation with. And yeah, maybe Victor, because today we have both Victor and Zim on board. Maybe Victor, more or less, can you share something whether or not, or what is the major reason we invite Vision Team here? Is there something that we have, for example, some collaboration, like we staying close, or some integration moving on? Is there any news to share?
Oh yeah, I'm very glad to say that we, for one, I think we love ENS Vision, and then they revision, broaden their vision. We were one of the first, if not the first, that actually invites Zim onto the our conversation among a few others. We had a chat before, and then lately, thanks to Zim and the team of Vision, we actually have deeper integration and conversation. We're very happy that we're one of the project that was supported by Vision's latest latest integration with the tokenized domains. In a sense, we see ourselves playing in the roadmap that Vision is going to surface both Web3 and Web2 domains. I think that's a big vision, and then we're very, very happy and excited to be part of it. We see that there's a lot of opportunity we can collaborate, right? Buying domains are already a lot of fun, but with Vision, buying domain can be even more fun. For example, searching for domains of getting them in the collections of different kinds, categories that Vision pioneered to make ENS cool are all things that we love. We love Vision, we love Zim and the team, and Shukat is here, a bunch of other Vision users, Vision fans, and Namefi fans are here. I'm very happy to be here with Zim.
Yeah, this is super exciting. Yeah, you love them so much. Why don't you get married? Just want to.
Yeah, kind of.
We all know that Namefi is doing something like tokenizing the traditional Web 2 domains, because you are touching both Web 2 and Web 3. You are relying on Ethereum smart contract, but also you are also some kind of a role of the registrar of the regular Web 2, TLD domains. So this is an exciting moment. Or as I said, it is domains that linked us together. So yeah, the same question to Zim. What do you feel of the collaboration with the Namefi team, and from your perspective, what do kind of support or power you can gain from these Web 2 plus Web 3 guys? Any comments?
Yeah, I mean, generally, like from the start, I mean, when I started with the vision of the ENS, I mean, it was always kind of the idea for like vision to become like the domain marketplace, which just goes to a wider range. It's not just about ENS, even though of course like the Namefi is built on top of ENS, but also the DNS names. So I mean, I don't know. I just like the product. Like Victor and his team really built something really cool and special, I think. And Victor, of course, is a humble guy. I'm not sure about the wedding yet, but still, I think he really built something special. I just wanted to support and have listed on Vision. Like generally, as domain names, DNS versus like the Web3 native names like .eth or like others. I think DNS names are just kind of special because outside of the Web3 world, people kind of know what a DNS name is. So they are somewhat, I would say, detached from the crypto market as a whole. So serving, tokenized domain names for Vision as the domain marketplace. That's what we want to be. I don't know, just makes sense to have it up. Yeah.
Yep, I think you guys maybe your European travel is not in vain. Absolutely, as long as I hear all of these conversation and the collaborations, I think you guys just met people, and when strong guys meet strong guys, you guys just become stronger. And I still recall, like it was like 3 years ago, I kind of a post for ENS good sake, I posted something on the ENS forum saying that maybe Nick Johnson, maybe ENS DAO should really consider to post or to establish some ENS trading platform by ENS official. That was from my thoughts. I think it should be the official team to build such things to facilitate the trading that can bring the project even better. But ENS team was not interested in that as first place, according to the attitude from Nick Johnson, maybe. But something surprisingly is that we saw the ENS vision project coming along. Because why I came up with that thought at first place, because I think OpenSea was the only platform that can trade ENS, but the user experience was just terrible, and we cannot search by names, and it's just an NFT trading marketplace. It was not designed for ENS at all. They think ENS as an NFT, the trading volume is not very as expected. They don't think ENS deserve OpenSea to put a lot of resource to do some user experience and to improve all these stuffs. But if you guys don't willing to do so, someone else does. Like Vision Team, I believe they really care about the domain market, or we say the crypto domain market. Maybe ENS will be the first. Then we will also have other suffixes like Solana, like BTC, like the BNB. There will be a lot, right? We cannot only say there's only one legit. There's only one genuine suffix of the domain in the whole crypto market. It doesn't make sense. Even in the Web 2, we will have hundreds or even thousands of domain projects of those different TLDs. Maybe .com is the king, then the second one, third one, number 4, number 5. They just follow up. But there will be hundreds and thousands of them. So it's also a matter of time that it will just duplicate the story in the crypto world. So I think Vision Team nailed it. Now, I kind of don't want to make the manual listing on OpenSea anymore. The majority listing. If you guys trace my record in the past couple of days, I kind of refresh my listing only on Vision. But also, I think there's an option that you can also make a listing in Vision, but you can copy that listing, over to OpenSea as well, right? I think that is the existing function.
I mean, the most important thing, I guess, you touched is that the main difference between OpenSea and Vision, and that is like you said, it's the main marketplace is just this, that the UX has to be somewhat different versus what the OpenSea or Luxury X2Y2, like all these generalized NFT marketplaces offer, because names are kind of a special category in itself. Because if you think about how to browse OpenSea, you basically browse by collections, like by contracts, NFT collection, which kind of separates Namefi, for example, from ENS, separates ENS from free DNS or Unstoppable or Solana. Though in the end, it's all domains, right? So that's the biggest strength I think Vision has, and it's kind of the vision I have for the Vision.io is that everything is in one place and there's one unified UI UX. So you basically, if you're interested in domains, you will be able to find everything in one place and don't have to switch between different collections. I mean, we offer a wide range of different filters. So if you're still kind of only interested in let's say Namefi names or just DNS names, you can just filter them out as well. But generally, I think the biggest advantage for Vision is literally just having everything in one place and showing informations to about domains to people that are interested in domains, which OpenSea doesn't really do really well. I mean, on the flip side, I have to say there's still a whole lot of trading happening on OpenSea. Which, I mean, it makes sense. OpenSea is the biggest marketplace, NFT marketplace. It's also kind of handy, I would say, still, if you're not only a domainer, to just stay on something like OpenSea, because if you're still kind of trading, like you said, monkey pictures, but also domains, it may be handy to just, use OpenSea, because in the end, of course, like Vision still aggregates all the listings from OpenSea. In regards to your last question you had, like there was once, I think kind of a year ago or longer even, a feature where we basically would be able to cross-list directly to OpenSea. Unfortunately, this service stopped, but it was like on OpenSea's side. We could, of course, still cross-list and just push our listings to OpenSea directly, which is something I'm like from time to time I'm thinking about. Okay, I don't know what the benefit would be for us. So it's not a sure thing we will provide or support at some point, but I can say maybe. Yeah, hope that answers the questions.
Yes, that absolutely does. I think, yeah, OpenSea is OpenSea. It's for majority of the NFT marketplaces, but ENS Vision, right now, your name is kind of self-explaining everything. So yeah, I got it. I think just one more feature we are very expecting, or we are very excited about, which maybe ENS right now we don't have it yet on Vision. It is called the deal. You guys all know the deal of OpenSea, right? You can like I put three names plus some money. I want to try trade with your, this name plus these NFTs. So yeah, this is kind of complicated. It's not complicated in logic, but it is kind of interesting because I keep receiving shitting, deals on daily basis. Someone want to trade me with some of my grail names with 10 of his shits, but I keep just okay, look at it and forget about it. But I think more or less we will have that use cases and for the domain trading, because I kind of used that not via the deal, but I took some risk of trading names. For example, I used it to trade, like I used I used the monkey.eth plus timo.eth plus 5s plus 28 ETH as money to trade for Japan.eth. I think this trade happened 2 years ago. And also there was once I traded I put in like paradox.eth plus 8 ETH as money to trade for the deal.eth, something like that. If we are talking about domain trading, then this is something we should really consider about. Sometimes domain trading for domain, just like in NBA, players trade for players, add some money. That will make sense for the majority of the domainers in this space or in the whole community. So did you guys ever consider that, or we will see that maybe soon enough in the future?
I mean, of course, like we considered it. The thing with, and I guess it's the burning questions for a lot of people. It's the same for bundles. Is there is a lot of technical stuff to be figured out. Like, I mean, in the end, like these deals and bundles, it's mostly a lot of UI UX work, and also our backend will have to be adjusted by a lot to support these kinds of things, which the same with the OpenSea cross-listing stuff is something that it's more or less on a big to-do list somewhere at the end, I would say, which maybe at some point will come, but there's no I'm not saying it's a guarantee that we will support it, but yeah, I can see like the benefit, like you just said, you have like a bunch of really maybe semi good names, and you just want to trade them like for one really good name. I could see like this being like a cool feature, especially maybe with the Pokemon categories. Maybe it kind of feels like trading Pokemons. I guess that seems to be fun. But yeah, like I said, nothing I can promise, but something that we definitely think about, and maybe at some point.
Yep, absolutely.
I actually want to touch on that. I think the concept of deals on OpenSea is a very good, I would say it's a very good exploration. The real hard part that it involves is, like Zim said, is that actually how to figure out the best UX user experience to make it so smooth that people will use them more often. But also, as I discussed with Zim in different occasions, I think we discussed it on our Zoom call, we discussed it in person. It's a question, how can we make it easier for people to trade NFT, like domain names essentially are NFTs in bulk in like high efficiency, right? Like what Uniswap has done to ERC20 token trading, what they call auto market maker (AMM), is an innovation, right? Like you just put money there, and then whenever people want to exchange it, the exchange rate will be updated based on the trading activities. So there's a lot of barriers these days for people to actually create an NFT, buying, selling orders, and let alone make it easier to match, right? Like how can we make it easy for people to match their trading intent? Their sell intent, their buy intent is the biggest problem. And deal is one of the exploration that I really see a good thing, but also in general, I think we need to, as an industry, we need to find out what's the best way to do this. And I love to discuss it with like Master. You are the trader perspective, and then also Zim from the builder perspective. Or anyone, by the way, this is Namefi space with our track is called Domainer Prepare. So if anyone wants to hop on and ask questions or comments, this is always you're always welcome. So raise your hand if you want to. We'll also be sending out invitations if you're interested.
Yeah, I think just now Victor mentioned something about trading domains. But if you guys are familiar with me, for quite a while, you guys might know I'm not the guy that encourages you trading the domain from time to time, like you flip it from 3 to 4, if there's a floor, because I always believe that trading domain is different, like trading NFT. When you buy something, it's not like simply sweeping the floor, right? Trading domain is not like you sweeping the floor and then you sell to the floor, and when the floor raises, then you earn money. When the floor drops, then you lose money. It's not like that. Trading domain is like always aim to sell the domain to the people who loves this name, because every name is different, every name, and name is unique. There's no way for example, for the other side to get your name, unless you say yes, because there's only one. There's only one, like Richard.com, Richard.eth. There's only one, like Victor.eth. There's only one. It's very unique. As long as the owner say no or he doesn't say yes, there's no trading, right? That's why at the first place, I think it was 2 years ago, when there's some 99 club or 10K club getting up at first place, I kind of think this is something not so, spirit of like domain. It is like each club, like 99 club, 10K club, is a unique NFT project based on ENS. The price can be up, right? As long as there are money coming in, as long as people seeing others taking profit, then more people will be here, and it will be more crowded, market. But the more crowd today, then maybe tomorrow or next week, it will be more quiet. It's just like that. You guys see the name, the ENS maybe marketplace is not so crowded recently, simply because this is what it takes. This is the side effect of 99 Club, at first place. But everything will be, going through, I think, very soon, because the value of ENS, the owners that owning these addresses, I think we have over 2 million names and like 800K, different accounts. These numbers are only growing, right? Unless party is over, everyone leaving the room, Ethereum is proved to be the useless chain, which none of these are the facts. So just give it a little bit more patience, and I think it's just a matter of time for the ENS use cases to be built with a stronger, user background. And also, right now we don't have much cases of wiring people each other with Ethereum, right? How frequently you are using your crypto wallet to wire people money using ETH, using BTC? I don't see it's still very it's already very frequent, right? It might take some time, as long as the majority of crypto, for example, there's 1% of the whole population in this planet using crypto to wire money, then this is a huge market. But there's nothing to stop it, right? We know this is decentralized. We know this is cool. We know this is anti-censorship. Everything cool is included in this game, in this ENS, in this smart contract. So yeah, don't need to worry about a thing. And I see, Victor and Zim today, and also I see some people raising their hand. First of all, I see 1985.is. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good, Master. I'm a pleasure to be up here. Tremendous respect for you and Victor, who I have never spoken with directly. So it's great to meet you guys. Um, I'm going to start with a shameless shill and say everybody should join our ENS Vision fandom space. It's every Thursday. We have a blast. So come join. I co-host with Furion, and I see Shuka there, who's helps us get it going. So it's a wonderful space. Love to have everybody. Second of all, I have a question, and maybe Zim answers this, but I'm curious at your guys' perspective. So many people are collectors, and I've had a lot of people ask, or at least speculate about having a collection price for to buy and sell full collections. I think that we'll see more interest in as we go. What do you guys think about that? Because a lot of people invest categorically, right? In first names and digits and so on across the domain space. And I know people who are going to get into the domain space may be interested in going full porting into a collection that they are passionate about. What do you guys think about that, and how hard is that technically?
I mean, I think first a question. So, what do you mean by buying out a full collection? So you're referring to
Yeah.
what
So,
we?
sorry, Zim. Go ahead.
I mean, we already have something similar, I guess, with the collection offers on the 10K and 999 Club of things. So you kind of wanted to actually do the same thing for profiles, maybe. So you would have like some sort of profile offers where you would just, I don't know, offer on a full profile, and like, how would that work? I don't know.
Exactly. I go to Masters collection. I love it. I think I want to buy it in full, and it'd be interesting to be able to list your entire collection with a bulk price. So I go and I see Masters collection is available for 40 ETH or whatever. Is that How doable is that?
Okay, I mean, this would basically just be bundles, I guess. I mean, what we thought about, which would be easier than bundles because we at the moment don't support bundles, but something that might work is something which, again, from a UX point of view, may be a little bit difficult, I guess, but you could do something like US careless whisper.eth. You could go to master.eth's collection and just make some sort of a profile offer. Which just means if you say, okay, I want to buy any name from master.eth, for example, for 0.5 WETH in this case, master could just, accept this offer on any of his names. That is something that could be implemented, but it's just somewhat of a UX nightmare again, because these collection offers, how they work, because we are also using like Seaport from OpenSea, is that you basically bundle all the tokens to like one ID. So for example, if Master would sell one of his names to somebody else could take this. It's just there's again just a whole lot of UI quirks to figure out if it would support something like that, which could work, is interesting. And related to the other question, if you just want to buy Master.eth's collection, which I guess will be quite expensive, but yeah, it would just basically be bundles. So Master.eth would have to just bundle all of his names into one thing, and then you could buy it out. I don't know. I mean, I kind of think bundles are interesting, like the same thing with deals, the same thing with like profile offers, the same goes for collection offers. Well, it's still crypto. There are some limitations, especially UX wise, I think, because I think collection offers on Vision as well are sometimes a little bit of, how would you say, it's a little bit difficult to not to understand. But the thing is, if there's 10,000 collections in the 10K club, of course, and you create one offer, like say you offer like one WEF for any of the 10Ks. The thing is, the first thing you have to realize is that anyone in the collection can just accept the offer, which, I mean, I guess you will adjust to it, but this also means that any expiry date basically can accept this offer. That's one UX thing, I guess, you have to fix, that people are aware, okay, if I offer this, I could get a name that expires tomorrow, basically, or something like this. And it's the same for the bundles, the same for the deals, and the same for these profile offers. Maybe it's just something that has to be, built, thought through, and just make it super user friendly. Otherwise, we will just get spammed with a lot of tickets, which we already get mostly with the collection offers, because people kind of feel like, I don't see this offer. Where's this offer from? And okay, it's a collection offer. Okay. So there's a lot of, like I said, UX quirks to figure out to make something like this happen. Hopefully that somewhat answers the question.
It does. Put it down on the end of the list there. I think it would be. I certainly would be there. I see certain collections. Of course, I'm the fandom maxi, and I'm like, you know what? This is the kind of collection that I can see people wanting to buy in full. So yeah, I'll nudge you about it in the next year and see what's possible. But
I think something that basically a lot of people always ask us is like, let us create our own categories on Vision. And there was an idea floating around for a really long time, which was just, just let people create like public watch lists. Our watch list at the moment is somewhat limited to 1,000 names, I think, or is it 3,000? I don't know, but I think it's like 1,000 or something. So something like this could work as well. You create a watch list of 1,000 names. And then again, you could basically implement in this way that you could do a watch list offer kind of thing, like similar like you would do with collection offers. So you would bundle it up, like this is my watch list, just buy it or something. This could work. One thing which we will release, I wouldn't say soon, but like the next time, is auctions. That might be something that's interesting, like Dutch auctions, so like declining auctions. That may be something that's interesting if some people looking for something like this, because I think if you just list your name for whatever and just, maybe there's a price someone would really jump on your name, that's something that's interesting. But like I said, all of these options, bundles, blah blah, it's super interesting for us as a marketplace, because if there's more different kinds of options to get the correct name to the correct buyer, more or less, hence the name Vision, make names visible, kind of, make them discoverable, whatever. It's all exciting stuff we should basically work on. But yeah, there's a lot of other things though as well to do, so it's not just that easy.
Yeah, I also think that for I see a lot of cases that for some of the potential buyers, they approach me. They say, "Hey, I love all your like 3 digits. You have all your 4 digits. I know you have 1 2 3 4.es. I know you have 5 6 7 8.es. How about sell those two to me as a bundle?" I heard some cases like that, but I never heard one single case of, "Hey, master, I love your wallet. How much is a wallet?" Yeah, maybe it's it's the individual case, but I see that in OpenSea we have some like the deal, feature, which means they can put on what they can offer is offer money, and they can pick off the list of your portfolio and select all. Right? I'm not sure. I haven't tried that. Maybe we can try and see how further we can go that way, because that is just a multi-selection of you can just control A, select everything, and see if else will the other party will say yes or no. But from my perspective, because domain is very unique, different people, their interested, their what they care about in domains, their interest is really different. It is very rare to see one people that are interested in the whole wallet, in the whole collection of the others. But it is possible for one collection. For example, we have 999 Club. If a super rich people, he expect to buy all the 99 Club which ends with 00. For example, he want to buy off 100, 200, 30. This is also a collection, right? The hundreds. So yeah, this will make sense to some potential buyers. That's why the in the future we'll see that the surname, the family name will be super rare, because right now we have ENS name wrapper, and different groups of people. They can set up a smart contract they can just they don't need to use any smart contract. They can just wrap the name and put subdomain planes for people to either freely register, or to maybe pay money to rent a subdomain on yearly basis or monthly basis. You can put a very flexible plane on that, because each surname, each country name, each industry name, the subname can be one collection, can be one category, can be one new NFT project for ENS. The difference thing for the ENS project versus the NFT project is that the NFT project, you have to prepare all the PFPs, you have to prepare those pictures. But if your idea is cool, then you can just simply register a very good second level domain and put that over to the third level domain for registering from 0001 to 9999, which makes it 10,000 of the collection. Because the infrastructure is just there. We don't need to do too much on the customization steps. That's what people did just on the 99 and 10K club 2 years ago. But right now we can be expecting something different. But that is the general, I think, the trend of the name. As long as Ethereum and smart contract is still leading the blockchain technology, and as long as there are more domains coming out, ENS, I think .eth is still the .com in this industry. I'm sure Victor and your Namefi team, you are also getting very close to the ENS community and also to this tokenizing via the Ethereum. So because you are tokenizing the traditional domains onto the chain, so what do you see the vision of ENS, how you are going to consider making some collaboration from your service over to the current which majority people owns .eth name community? What do you think of that?
Zim, you want to go first?
I don't know. I thought it's more like a Namefi related question. I think you're the domain rep master, so.
Sure. Yeah, I'm happy to answer. So I think that it is very important to see the difference between ENS and the domain names that we're trying to tokenize here. ENS is very innovative, the native version of domain names. It just pioneered the way how you can create a name system on chain on smart contract, right? So we have a lot of respect. I'm personally a big fan of ENS and a good friend of the community and also the founder of ENS. Namefi actually support ENS in various ways. For example, we support when ENS launched the gasless DNS sec. We were the first one to support it, and we call it Auto ENS. So anyone, if you register a domain on Namefi, it get tokenized, you get an NFT, but also as a traditional DNS, we will set up the text record for you so that you can use Namefi, the tokenized domain, as a wallet. So if you put down the domain in your MetaMask, you will see it resolves to the wallet address that you hold it. So yes, we're integrating with ENS resolution of the wallet. It is also important to see that the traditional domain names has some unique benefit. For example, the website is supported. That you can use it for emails, and also if you want to use like Google Docs, Google's G Suite, if you want to integrate with, say, Amazon email sending systems, it's also very well supported. So we see the real use case. To me, what we do is similar. So ENS is like if we compare ethers, the Ethereum native coin, then we are issuing USDC, like the real world wrapped version of assets. So that's how I see it. We see there's a lot of opportunity to collaborate. We see that the need for platforms like Vision to make trading, make holding domains in both kinds very, very good. Now, my question for Zim is that related to ENS and also traditional domain is that you guys were the first and actually the OG that make it fun for to trade ENS, right? Like it was your innovation to have, let's say, bundle by register ENS so that it saves gas fees. It was your innovation to create those collections categories, and so that people can make order or could have an order and buy and trade domains ENS. Do you see that that's a vision that you will also carry out for traditional domains, right? Do you want to make it efficient to trade it? Do you want to make it fun by collections of traditional domains, the same way how you innovate in ENS side?
I mean, yeah, generally the category question is, as usual, the one big question. So, but yeah, I mean, I fully, first things first, I fully agree with the fact that what you said, that like there is these web-free native domain names like .eth versus the DNS names, which for me definitely is interesting, because we all know the crypto market was somewhat down and are still somewhat, I wouldn't say bearish, but it's still, for NFTs at the moment, it's not like a really great market. And I think this also somewhat translated into ENS. But the interesting thing now is that, especially with Namefi, that if you have a really good, let's say, a .com name, and you would just tokenize it, it's somewhat, I think, detached from what the general crypto/NFT market does, which I think is kind of an interesting dynamic in crypto, because we all know, like, especially for the OG people that are kind of already much longer into the crypto space, once Big Daddy Bitcoin doesn't like it anymore, everything else dumps. But I think it's the same for NFTs, and the same with ENS, which tokenized DNS names are somewhat of a different kind, which means, which in my opinion just makes them a little bit detached from crypto in general. In terms of the category question, for us, there is still a little, like, some technical stuff to figure out, because like how our category system works. Because even though I'm really keen on where Namefi goes, there's more than just one solution at the moment, because there is also free DNS tokenizing names, and like Unstoppable, I think, does tokenized.com names. There's a lot of basically different services that offer tokenization services, which our backend kind of tracks in its own kind of way. So there's at the moment, unfortunately, no way for us to provide categories for these TLDs that can be tokenized with any service. It's somewhat different to .box, because .box can basically only be registered through the .box front end, which then basically just translates them to always be a free DNS tokenized name. But all the others, like .com, etc., that basically are not natively tokenized, it's something that we have on our roadmap to make it more like our backend more generalized. So yes, there is definitely the plan to make domain names like DNS names, kind of like .com, .xyz, whatever you want. Because like Master said, domain names are special. They're kind of different to what a general NFT monkey picture is, because it's limited. You have 10,000 monkey pictures. They're somewhat looking the same, even though you may be liking one monkey more than the other, because your favorite color is orange and not blue or whatever. It's still somewhat of a coherent collection. And in domain names, it's not so simple. Of course, like, we can make rules. For example, like, I think, Victor, we discussed it already on a Zoom call, I think a couple months ago. 10K club, easy. That's something people understand, even though you don't like the number 7 or 8 or whatever. It's still kind of the same thing, because the same rules apply to 10K numbers. The same for the 999 club. Somewhat also the same for Pokemon, because it's like a really coherent collection with a quite easy rule set, which just says, we just take the official Pokemon names, for example. But for more general collections, like first names, last names, nouns, animal names, whatever, it's really hard to make a collection that makes sense, is interesting, and fun to trade. Because that can, like, these categories can vary by a whole lot, especially if you think about fandom, because there's so much different ways to write certain names. Somebody may be like interested in just buying the real deal, like the Obi-Wan with the hyphen, versus the Obi-Wan versus like no hyphen. Some people, I think we made even a poll about that, and most people actually said they would buy the Obi-Wan without the hyphen, even though, from a fandom perspective, collector perspective, it's not the correct name or correct form. But it's much harder to basically create interesting and fun collections with generalized collections. And one last thing, because Masters as well touched it a little bit, subdomain collections. These can make, again, much more sense in a crypto native way, because if you can limit subdomain collections to something like 10K, like we had with the ETH-scriptions, for example, you can bind like your own metadata to it. So it's, again, more crypto native. Could be maybe something that's becoming interesting once more, like really legitimate projects start to utilize not only subdomains as a username, but subdomains more in a way like people would use a PFP collection for, more like as a, I don't know, it doesn't have to be just a name, right? Subdomains are much more versatile, because I can basically start a subdomain collection, which I would never use as a name, maybe because it sucks, but it has some, inherent utility built into it. These are, again, like more crypto native collections, which could, be much more fun to trade and speculate on. But generally, crypto categories for names is something that still has to be kind of figured out. I think what most people want is floor prices, which, again, is really, really hard to do right. Because if you have something like first names, you will put in like anything, like basically anything's a first name. And the floor price of our first name category is basically, non-existent, because it doesn't make any sense to have a floor price on a category as vast as first names, for example.
Yeah, that is quite impressive, actually, because in recent months, or even maybe 6 months over, I've been kept telling people around me that please do not buy domains, ENS domains on OpenSea, because it is risky, especially when the other party is sending you a link for you to buy, because they just look at the exact same domains, but they are just, because it is so open in OpenSea. Anyone can create a new collection which looks like exact same, like the real name, the picture, everything. You can copy along, but eventually you can end up buying a fake name. But in ENS vision, I think it's slightly better, but you still need to be paying attention, because there's some like ASCII2, a non-ASCII2, digital characters included, to make sure you're buying with the legit name. So every time, I always tell them only your own keyboard won't cheat you, right? You need to type in these names with your own keyboard and do a search, and the first result shows, and you go ahead and check its history. You need to do a lot of works. A domainer prepares. You need to prepare a lot of things before hitting that button, because so many people pay their tuition fees, they pay their learning fee, and ended up buying the fake names. So in OpenSea, if you want to search for a legit name, it is very complicated procedure. You need to first of all go to the ENS collection. You need to search the ENS collection, and in this ENS collection, you go ahead and type in the names, and then you will see. Maybe, for example, I searching master.es, I will have 10 master.es over there, and more or less some are fake, some are legit, some are master 123, and you need to do a sort by the last highest sale, something like that. And the one top the list may be likely to be the legit one, but that is bullshit, right? That's not the right way to buy a domain. You don't want to experience all that stuff when you you clearly want a safe trade. So Vision, I think this is a good product, at least for domain trading. The user experience is way better than the OpenSea. That is no brainer without a doubt. And hey, I just see Army.es and aka Rock.es on the line. The guy also has a USA.es, Sky.es, definitely another moving home of grails. And I remember this guy always mentioning something like, I am buying my last ENS name. I'm buying my last ENS names for a couple months. Yeah, it's been a while. How are you doing, guys?
Hey, Master. I'm good. I'm good. And you?
Hey, so you got anything to share with us, Ami?
Well, no, not really. I mean, I was just listening to you guys. And my opinion about ENS is like the principles and the fundamentals are very simple. I think there's no discussion there. The thing that I cannot really imagine is how the future will be, how the application will be, because it is something like the .com, right? First they made .com domains to simplify email addresses, but then the website applications era came, and that market exploded. I think something similar will happen with ENS. I mean, the principle will not change; will be the same. Just a readable address to get you an identity, and the applications will be the ones that make the really ENS to explode.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And I kind of loving some of your grail names. Wow, USA.is, Sky.is. Because if you guys listen to what I shared in the past, I kind of not suggesting people to take a lot of three character lengths of the ENS names because these babies take some penny to renew. It's like $640 annually for a three lengths of the names. But look at this guy's wallet, USA.is, Sky.is. None of them, you need to worry about the renewal, right? This is the three, letter domains that we should look at. If you really paying renew 640, US dollar annually for names, just pay it on USA.is. That's most worth of it instead of like APT 1A3, something like that, right? Yeah. It's just the spirit of having the right names. Because we are all understanding this, the name association. We know about what domain looks like. That's why we are together. That's why you guys dive in this space. In Web 2, everyone knows about .com. .com made a lot of people rich, but .com is only serving like millions of internet companies because only these projects requires a domain name for like website visiting. But if we are talking about ENS, if we are talking about the ID, personal ID concept, then we are talking about 8 billion population in this planet. Everyone deserves his own ID. That's just a matter of time. So yeah, I think it's just think bigger. And this is definitely the blue sea. And right now we are just way early in this whole phase. If we just zoom out, and we will find ourselves to be in a perfect position still. Yeah, really exciting to meet you guys here. So, Victor and the Namefi team, you guys have anything to add up on that, or maybe you can give us some heads up when is the next base and how we are going to keep collaboration with other projects and keep us posted.
Sunny, you want to talk about the next upcoming spaces?
Hey guys, I'm Sunny. I'm the operations and Namefi. So next space, we've scheduled a topic to discuss the governance of on-chain domains, because no one has done it before to tokenize domain names on chain. And then next space will be an opportunity for us to discuss how we could decentralize the issuance of subdomains on chain. So we've invited a builder in Web3, and we will be revealing that soon on Friday. So if you're interested in governance and also decentralized domain issuance, the space will be yours. So I'm looking forward to see everyone here again. And please also let us know if you like our space and leave us some comments for us to improve. And that's basically my preview for the next space.
Yep, way to go. So I think lots of the audience, they are just surprised to see, wow, Namefi.io is at the first on the left top. I thought here this account only plays music, and now it can speak. Great. I think this is a great space by Namefi, by Victor, and by Vision Team. Very happy to meet you guys here. And yeah, we have couple hand raised, and we had some communication. But yeah, next time we expect more people to come onto the stage with more to exchange, because right now we understand the market is not perfect, so that's why there's not much you can share or willing to share. but trust me, it's just a matter of time. As long as you believe in ENS, believe in domain name, believe in crypto, all these smart contract, subdomain, domain leasing, all these bullish signals, yeah, it's real. See, it won't get changed. You are not fooled by anyone. Then yeah, just stay close with us and stay tight, and we will be keeping you posted from time to time. Make sure we are on the winning team, which is the most important. Thanks much, guys, and maybe you guys, Sunny, you can play some music. We'll look forward to the next space.
Okay.
Well, thank you, guys.
Let's play the Namefi song once again to salute.
It's lighting up the digital skies. Revolution in the domain, watch the skies. NFTs and the fight, new ways to monetize on the blockchain. Where future lies. Namefi is the call. The domains on chain. The internet age. Break it every day. Organize the domain. Set your assets free. The Web3 world be what you want to be.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
See you guys soon. Have a great day. Good luck.
Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to follow Master, follow Vision, and everyone who spoke and then you resonate. Thank you so much for being here. It's a Domainer Prepares, hosted by Master, and it's the Namefi space. Thank you for being here again.